this is the private AI server, and it probably looks like a very familiar, ChatGPT type of environment. We actually are, running the OpenAI's GPT-5 model. We can pick multiple models, similar to what you can do with the familiar interface. You'd click up here, and you can probably see 2 or 3 different versions of it. It used to be a lot more. Here we have a lot of different versions of models that we can pick. We actually have a snapshot of every model at every point in time. That's an important thing to understand, that these models change, and we build a tool around a model. If the base model changes, we don't have consistency in the output of our tool. But if we kind of grab this moment in time snapshot of models, we're able to do that. That's a really great feature of our private AI server. Pales in comparison to the ability for us to issue user accounts. What we're able to do here is upload users. We can upload a spreadsheet of users. We can upload individual users. We can put users into groups, and by creating groups, we're able to share certain resources with certain people and certain users. I'm actually going to create a group right now for a demo. So we have a lot of administrative controls with this tool. So we obviously need to put some users in our group. And certainly we'll add you guys as soon as we get your user account set up. So we've got a group called Skill Path, and Kelly and I are members of that group. Just going to click on New Chat to kind of clean things up a little bit, get back to my base screen here. Notice my default is Welcome to Land of AI. That's another model I've created. And we can create models within the system, which is really, we're augmenting models. We pick a base model and we build upon it. We do that in our workspace. So I'm going to open up the workspace. You'll notice up at the top, we've got some menu structure here. We can obviously work on models. We can create knowledge-based repositories. And these are collections of PDFs or text files, or, stuff that we would want a particular AI tool for a particular purpose to be aware of. We have knowledge repositories we can pull in from there. Prompts we can share with people, and other tools and things we can connect to. So we've got a lot of back-end connections, all the capabilities that we'd want to connect to any website or any API connection, that kind of stuff. We're able to create tools and pull them in. Here in our models area, you can see all of these different models that we've worked on. I'm going to create one right now for Skill Path. So I click on New Model, and then let's move myself out of the way a little bit. Call it Skill Path. So we pick a base model. So the base model I'm just going to go for the open source model from OpenAI. This is a very solid model. It's very consistent, and it's cost effective. When I give a description, I always note what it's built on. This model that we're building, it's really a purpose-built tool, and we can build as many as we want. So this isn't the only Skill Path one. This is just the Skill Path general info one, because I'm going to train it on a general info document. So this is going to be guided to behave that way. I can make this private or public. If it's public, it's going to be everybody who logs into the server has the ability to see this model that we're creating, when they click up here and see the different models. If it's private, then I can pick a group that I'm a member of, and I can share it with that group. So I'm going to share it with that Skill Path group. So here in this area, this is where we write our system prompt. This is what we tell the model how to behave. This is our ability to put rules and regulations on this and really guide its focus. We can tell it what not to do. We can tell it what to do. And we give it its personality, and we can monitor it. This is a part where we do a lot of iteration. We're going to come back and tweak this and make it work. So for now, I'll just put a basic prompt in. Do not respond if you don't have an answer available within your knowledge base. If that's the case, tell the user your purpose, and politely redirect the conversation. New paragraph. Your job is to provide information about Skill Path and Graceland University. Your name is Grace. Very simple prompt. We can put Harry Potter in here. We can put 20,000 characters of do this, or if this, then that type stuff. All sorts of guidance and direction. the same information we would give to that intern that we want to answer the phone to provide this kind of information. We're going to train this chatbot, and this is where it goes. This is where you give it that instruction and guidance. We can put prompt suggestions in, and this would be really guidance for the user, right? So we can help them to, what should I be asking this thing? What's it good for? We can add knowledge to this model that we're building, this purpose-built AI tool that we're building. And we add that knowledge a couple different ways. We could select a knowledge repository that we've created and uploaded a whole bunch of stuff to. Directories, you can upload whole directories of information, different files and stuff. So you have these repositories of knowledge, or we can upload a file. We can just go and find a file and upload it. I've put together this little overview file here, just a quick little web search, had an AI do a quick little web search, pulled out this information, and saved it as PDF. So we've got some good information. So we'll upload that. Let's take a second. And what happens here is this actually does number crunching on this. This takes this file and it runs it through the algorithm, and we have an additional model that will sit on top of the model that we picked up here, this base model, and that's our knowledge base. So it's going to be doing that through retrieval augmented generation. We can turn on focused retrieval on certain documents that we want to make sure it reads the entire thing. So what's going to happen now, because I turn this on, when we go and we prompt this, it's literally going to take all of that context and it's going to add it kind of to the back end of what my prompt is, what I put into it. So the AI, when it's giving its response, will have that information, fresh and handy, and be able to reference it. I'll save that. So that's it. That's the process of creating a custom model. We've gone ahead and we've created this custom skill path general information model that it's available for us to pick. And I'll just go to new chat to clean it up, and I can come up here and it'll be in my list. And I can just say, tell me about yourself. So remember, we told its name was Grace, virtual assistant. So it knows its job, it knows what it's going to do, and it comes up with its own suggested prompts too. What programs does Skill Path offer? We can use that prompt. We can certainly type a prompt in here, or we can talk to it. So it's a very, very capable system. It's very easy to create these tools. You might be familiar with GPTs with OpenAI, or GEMS with Google, where you kind of create this kind of a structured thing. This is similar in function to that, but I think it's a lot easier to do working within the workspace. The fact that we can share these, that you can collaborate with other people in building these, I think that's very powerful. The fact that we can create our knowledge repositories and share them amongst different models, that's a very unique thing. Other tools, no other tool I've worked with gives me that kind of capability, and that's a huge capability because some of these knowledge-based repositories are huge. And if I want to create another, purpose-built AI tool that needs the same knowledge base, I don't want to need to upload gigabytes of stuff again. So it's a very powerful system from that standpoint. And from the administrative perspective, you've got lots of controls over how you can handle this. We have lots of different models that I've turned off a lot of models, obviously. But we can turn on all the models. We can specifically connect to different, API connections to different GDPR compliant compute centers, so we can offload processing from our local hardware. That Mac Mini is supporting 1,800 users. It's not doing all the math. I've got a data center that I'm connecting to, and that's where the math is happening. But every user information, all of their chats, all of their responses, all of that data, that only resides here. That cloud service that we're using is just doing math and sending us back our answers. So we've got capabilities to add more and connect to more. So from a technical standpoint, this is built on a platform called OpenWeb UI, which is a open source platform. We can certainly license it and close it and make it a customized thing. And we would do that if we get over 50 users on a server. We would want to go to a license system, but it's a nominal fee. It's another, I think, $5 a user We're not another. It's free until then. Our expertise is working with these tools. Obviously, there's a couple other tools that are involved in making the server function fully and effectively. And that's the approach that we're taking to this. Is we're looking to help organizations adopt this technology, bring it in house. Help you deliver a turnkey server and get it set up for you and hold your hands. But we're not looking to be a magic box and you have to rely upon us. We're going to train you how to use it, train you how to manage it, and I think we're going to be a valuable resource to you in the future. And that's what really our business is built on, is the personal connection and the personal consultations and support we're going to do. We want to work with a lot of people, and the way we're going to do that is kind of a train the trainer coaching type of a model.